this is Belinda Brown with Equanimity Executive. Thank you very much for being here today. I want to talk about success because I think that a lot of people are interested in having a successful life, and I have been working with many clients on this topic, and it is a really painful one. It's painful because, like for me, success came, with different, setbacks and challenges that I had to overcome. So when I was 18 years old, I started, to work for a large, corporation and multinational while I was getting a college, degree. I thought in law and wanted, to become an attorney. As you can see, it didn't, happen, and it was not even part of my previous life. The only legal aspect of the law that I used was to negotiate, contracts for many large corporations. So basically, I started, my life with a lot of, things that didn't, look as success. I was, raised in an environment, in a neighborhood that was not, great, that didn't, foster or support any type, of growth. Meaning that we didn't have the resources to be able to have counselors and people helping us out. I was lucky enough to have a desire to learn and always being, curious. And I always had, good grades, but, maybe the year that I skipped, high school, but I made it back and got my high school diploma, my baccalaureate in France, and then, went, to college. At the same time, I was, working as a cashier, and I was just seeing, myself and seeing all my friends around me saying, yeah, I'm not sure that you can, make, this, happen, but this, great that you are, trying. So success for me at the time was, looking really blurry. I didn't know exactly what it was. The only thing that I knew is that I wanted to keep going and to keep, going where life, would lead me, but that I would never, settle for what I had and what people would think that I would have. When you come from a family where you have a single mom that has at the time no education and didn't really know how to support us and didn't know anything about colleges and everything else, we were really told by the counselors in school that anyway we might do something, but we should not aim for the stars. It's enough to aim for something that is closer to us. But anyway, my optimism led me to continue and to continue to work hard because I thought that this would lead me somewhere, and to work on my level of integrity as well, and to really be present and connected to my own values, even if I didn't know what it meant at the time. I know that this is what led me to be successful. This is, how it started. A paid, job at a really low income, and you can imagine, how much, you are paid when you are working as a cashier in a store, working, part-time as a student. And then one thing after another, I got, the opportunity to become, the manager in this store and manage, 80 people. And then I got the opportunity to work for an American company at the time that was opening their doors in France and did, business development for them. So something that I never experienced, knowing that I left, college to become an executive for one of those firms before. And one thing after another led me to live here in America, in the States, after living, for 30 years in France. It has been interesting because I have met again some of those friends and people that were telling me that the only thing that we could, reach for was things that I was just, under our nose. And they were, really impressed to see me living in the States, to being, accomplished. And I heard a lot, oh, you have been lucky. There is no such thing as luck. Yes. You provoke, your luck. I am not, saying that things are, just falling out of the sky. You have, to work hard. You have to believe even harder in what you feel that you can accomplish. And you have also to set an intention and to be really focused on them. I know that I remember when my mom moved to the United States in 1999 and applied for my green card. It took me 8 years for this to come. I know that everybody lost hope in me getting, you know, this green card, and one day it just, you know, showed up. And when it did happen, it took me 2 months, paralyzed, physically paralyzed, because I was paralyzed of making the decision to move forward with what I had, you know, wished for so long. And when finally I made, you know, this decision to move to the States, letting, you know, behind my house, leaving, you know, my job, and having, you know, my fiance staying there for me to be able to explore what, you know, would be the United States for me, and if this is something that I wanted to pursue or not, and knowing if he wanted to pursue it or not, knowing that at the time he was not open at all to it. But I was not lucky. I took chances. I provoked, you know, the change, and I moved here. And then I was a firm believer that Jan, my fiance, could, you know, join me here. And it happened 4 years later. And it has been 17 years that we have been sharing our lives and living adventures. And it has been, you know, really powerful. Success today, for me, it's something that I would not have imagined when I was, you know, 18 years old, to be here in the United States and to be able to live, you know, from a passion of mine, which is, you know, empowering, you know, people and being able to share, you know, stories and space and love and energy with different, you know, people almost every day. So this is so powerful, and this is, you know, how I define success. Success is a place where you find yourself connected and interconnected to others. It's not, you know, connected to things. And this is my definition. Everybody has the opportunity to have its own definition, and that's totally fine. There is really no judgment here. If today your dream is to have, you know, the big house and to have, you know, a high, you know, paying job and to make $200,000 a year, that's perfect. This is your definition of success. If this is making you happy, excited, connected, and yes, you know, really interconnected with the world. So this is what I wanted, you know, to share with you today. It's think about your own definition of success, and don't, you know, think about what other, you know, people are saying or how they are measuring, you know, your success against their own definition of success. Create your definition of success and keep, you know, going toward it. Keep dreaming about it. Keep, you know, putting, you know, the small pebbles in front of you to be able to get exactly where you want to go. There is no reason for you to settle for less and to settle for things that are not making you happy and not making you feel connected with others and interconnected with the world. So I hope that this, you know, has helped you a little bit to not only to get to know me a little bit better, but to get to know yourself and to challenge, you know, yourself on some of those items and such important things than success, because this is your life. Success should be yours. It should not be the success of anybody else, and nobody, you know, should tell you what success is for you, because this is so important for us as human beings to define success on our own terms. And when you are a woman, it's even more true today with the society, within the society that we have been living in. So I hope that you enjoyed this video and that I will, you know, see you tomorrow. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.